Today's topic of the video is the marketing of drug, which is also called as pharmaceutical marketing. Many countries have measures in place to limit advertising by pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical company spending on marketing generally exceeds that of its research budget. uh, the pharmaceutical companies provides to healthcare professional. Marketing to healthcare providers takes three main forms: actively by pharmaceutical sales representative, second is provisional of drug sample, and third is sponsoring continuing medical education. The use of gifts including pens and coffee mugs embossed with pharmaceutical product name has been prohibited by pharma ethics guidelines since 2008 of the 237,000 medical sites representing 680,000 physicians surveyed in 2010. Physician Access Survey Hub said they prefer or require an appointment to see a representative. Practices owned by hospitals or health system are tougher to get into than private practices since appointments have to go through headquarters. The survey found 13.3% of offices with just one or two doctors won't see representative, compared with a no see rate in 42 at offices with 10 or more doctors. The Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America released updates to its voluntary code on interaction with healthcare professionals on 10 July 2008. The new guidelines took effect in January 2009. In addition to prohibiting small gifts and reminder items such as pens, notepads, staplers, clipboards, paperweight, pill boxes, etc., the revised code prohibits company sales representative provide restaurant meals to healthcare professionals, but allows them to provide occasional modest meal in healthcare professional offices in conjunction with informational presentations. Includes new provision required companies to ensure their representatives are sufficiently trained about applicable laws, regulation, and industrial codes of practice and ethics. Provides that each company will state its intention to abide by the code, and that company's CEO and compliance officers will clarify or certify each year that they have processed in place to combine. Free samples. Free samples have been shown to affect physician prescribing behavior. Physicians with access to free samples are more likely to prescribe brand name medication over equivalent generic medications. Our studies found that free samples decreased the likelihood that physicians would follow the standard of care practice. Receiving pharmaceutical samples does not reduce prescription cost. Even after receiving samples, sample recipients remain disproportionately burdened by prescription cost. It is argued that the benefit to free samples is the try it before you buy it approach. Free samples give immediate access to the medication and the patient can begin treatment right away. Also, it saves time from going to pharmacy to get it filled up before treatment begins. Since not all medications work from everyone and may do not work at the same way for each person. Hours spent by physicians in industry-supported continuing medical education is greater than that from either medical schools or professional societies. Pharmaceutical representatives. Currently, there are approximately 81,000 pharmaceutical sales representatives in the United States, pursuing some 830,000 pharmaceutical prescribers. A pharmaceutical representative will often try to see a given physician every few weeks. Representatives often have a call list of about 200 to 300 physicians with 120 to 180 targets that should be visited 1 or 2 or 3 week cycle. Because of the large number of pharmaceutical sales force, the organization management and measurement of effectiveness of the sales force are significantly business challenges. Management tasks are usually broken down into the areas of physician targeting, sales force size and structure, sales force optimization, call planning, and sales force effectiveness. Pharmaceutical companies have realized that the training sales representative high science alone is not enough, especially when most products are similar in quality. Thus, training sales representative on relationship selling technique in addition to medical sciences and product knowledge can make a difference in sales force effectiveness. Specialist physicians are relying more and more on specialist sales representatives for product information because they are more knowledgeable than primary care representatives. Marketers must decide to the appropriate size of sales force needed to a particular portfolio of drugs to the target market. Factors influencing this decision are the optimal reach and frequency for each individual physician, how many patients with that disease state, how many sales representatives to devote to office and group practice, and how many to devote to hospital accounts if needed. Marketers attempts to identify the set of physicians most likely to prescribe a given drug. Historically, this was done by the drug representative on the ground, using zip code cells and engaging in recognized figure with high prescribers when in particular sales territory. Pharmaceutical companies use additional information such as port, profitability of prescription, accessibility of physician, tendency of the physician to use the pharmaceutical company's drug, effect of managed care formularies on the ability of the physician to prescribe a drug, the adoption sequence of the physician, that is how readily the physician adopts the new drug in the place of older treatments, and the tendency of the physician to use a wide palette of drugs influence that physicians have on their colleagues. Physicians are perhaps the most important components in sales. They write the prescription that determine which drug will be used by the people. Influencing the physician is the key to pharmaceutical sales. Historically, by the large pharmaceutical sales force, a medium-sized pharmaceutical company might have a sales force of 1,000 representatives. The largest companies have tens of thousands of representatives. Pharmaceutical companies payment. Pharmaceutical and medical device companies have also paid physicians to use their drugs, which could affect how often a drug is prescribed. For example, one study that looked at physician payment and uh, found that extensive physician payment have been associated with increased prescription volume and Medicare expenditure. More specifically, drug representative help to create a culture of gifting on the pharmaceutical gift exchange, where actual monetary transactions are rare. In rarely, gifts, both large and small, ranging from cups of coffee to travel to medical conferences, are exchanged on a routine basis with high prescribers in an effort to shift their obligation from patient to prescription and have proven effective. Private and public insurers. Public and private insurers affect the writing of prescription by the physician through formularies that restrict the number and types of drugs that influencer will cover. Not only can insurers affect drug sales by excluding a particular drug from a formulary, they can affect sales by tiering or placing hurdles to prescribing certain drugs. Only two countries as of 2008 allows direct consumer advertising in the United States and New Zealand. Drug coupons. In United States, pharmaceutical companies often provide coupons to consumers for the helping of offset of co-payments. In the European Union, marketing of pharmaceutical is regulated under EU, formerly EC. Evolution of marketing. The emergence of new media and technologies in the recent years is quickly changing the pharmaceutical marketing landscape. In the United States, both physicians and users are increasing their reliance on the internet as a source of health and medical information. Thank you.